Hi, I'm Kevin Dunn, the Get Fit Guy, bringer of facts and slayer of fallacies. This week I'll be addressing the deload week and whether or not you need one. Deloading is a term you may have heard of. It's literally what it says on the tin. A planned period of time where you rest and take a break from training, and it usually lasts a week. I see lots of people following programs with built-in deloads or taking them because our favorite athlete does. And I mean, if the pros do it, so must the Joes, right? Well, maybe. If you're a long-time follower of the show, you'll know that it's super nuanced. And by nuanced, I mean individualized. So why do people deload anyway? Well, they do it to recover. So at some point, relative intensity becomes so high that recovery becomes difficult or impossible. Training day in and day out puts a big tax on your muscles, joints, and central nervous system. When this happens, you can end up on the wrong end of overtraining. Now, overtraining creeps up on you because the early warning signs are similar to those of any hard training session. You get muscle soreness, a bit of fatigue, and some elevated heart rate. But when those things begin to last longer than 1 or 2 days, and they might be accompanied by other things like lower immune function, so you begin to get more colds, flus, and bugs, maybe a bit of depression or feeling low, and irritability, then we might be looking at overtraining syndrome. In this situation, rest is absolutely essential. But at this point, a rest week is a bit like closing the stable door after the horse has bolted. You want to avoid overtraining rather than responding to it, so planned deloads are a useful way of managing fatigue and recovery. Now, the hard part with managing this is that most people enjoy the gym or training in whatever kind of manner they've chosen, a sporting endeavor or recreational exercise, and the dopamine and endorphins released during exercise are highly addictive. This results in an inability for most people to stop training for any period of time. Now, I recently had a client who couldn't stop training. On a rest day, she would run 10 kilometers. She would feel the need to do 100 push-ups to justify her dinner. She would cut calories all week so that she could then have drinks on the weekend. Needless to say, we don't work together anymore because that's super unhealthy. But it's also a reminder to me as a coach that exercise addiction is real and that deloads, even if you plan them in for someone, may be met by total non-compliance. So, how do you know when it's time for you to take a deload, and what might that look like? Well, with my own clients, I monitor a few things. Firstly, are they still improving? Now, here on the show, I've discussed the concept of minimum effective dose and maximum recoverable dose a few times. So if I have a client who, let's say, can bench press 135 for 8 this week, but next week can't do 140 for 3, I would just say that client hasn't recovered. Generally, I don't look at the training prescription first. I look at their lifestyle and see if they've been following the BLGs, basic lifestyle guidelines, which I've given them, which could be, number 1, you got to sleep 8 hours every night. Number 2, implement a circadian rhythm with regular sleep-wake cycles. Number 3, drink half your body weight in pounds as ounces each day. Number 4, move your body every day. 5, sit down, chew, and enjoy your food with no devices. Generally speaking, when I look at what a client's been eating or speak with them and find out that they haven't been sleeping because of stress, I find that the answers lie there more often than the fact that the program has suddenly become too much for them to recover from. If, however, they sleep like a baby, chew their food, never look at a device after 5 p.m., are well hydrated and have a regular daily schedule, then I'll begin to look at the training. It's generally more likely that health issues are caused by the poor lifestyle that you have in the 23 hours in the day you aren't in the gym than by the 1 hour in the day which you are. Now, if you're continuing to improve each week, your runs are getting faster, your weights are getting heavier, or reps are getting higher, then I don't think you need a deload. And that taking one at that point will only rob you of a week of progress. My diagnosis is that you're already under the maximum recoverable dose, or your progress would already have stalled. So the big message here is, if you're training appropriately and have recognized that your health is about lifestyle more than training, you probably won't need to deload at all, because a deload itself would be a symptom of overtraining. So if you have a question about deloads or are wondering about the other recovery protocols out there like cryotherapy, cupping, foam rolling, or inflatable compression pants, then stay tuned, because I'll be doing an episode on that very soon to help you maximize recovery and massively body swerve snake oil. Get Fit Guy is a Quick and Dirty Tips podcast. Thanks to the team at Quick and Dirty Tips, Adam Cecil, Morgan Christensen, Holly Hutchings, and Davina Tomlin. Our intern is Cameron Lacey. I'm your host, Kevin Don. If you have a question for me, leave me a voicemail at 510-353-3104 or send me an email at getfitguy@quickanddirtytips.com. For more information about the show, visit quickanddirtytips.com or check out the show notes in your podcast app.